hello, and welcome everyone to a brand new podcasting adventure I am tentatively calling Capes and Quests. You may know me as Cape Joel, your fun-loving Canuck comic book guy, but today I come to you in a brand new role. I am Dungeon Master Joel, yes, because I wasn't goddamn nerdy enough with all the superhero stuff. I likes D&D, everyone, and I thought it might be fun if I could assemble some of, the finest people I knew on comic book YouTube and Twitter and everything to come together to play a game of my own creation that I would run as a DM. I asked these people, and when they said no, I got these three guys, but I'm happy to have them all the same. So let's go in alphabetical order. Some of these people you'll know, and some people will be brand new. So Thorgy.
Oh, I guess I am alphabetical.
Yep.
Hey, I'm Aaron. I don't know, people call me many names. I am Aaron, but I have a few YouTube channels. I've got Professor Thorgy, where we do movie reviews and comic book reviews, and then we've got Thorgy's Arcade, where we do video game stuff. I have never played Dungeons & Dragons, ever. Like, I know enough about it that I make reference to it from time to time when I need, like, a good punchline. But I have never, ever played this, so this is going to be a lot of tutorial stuff. Also, my dog will not leave my leg alone, so you will occasionally hear me scratching her on the head.
That's fine. I've never DM'd before, so it'll be the blind leading the blind. It'll be great. But, after that, we have Kurt. Now, Kurt, you and I have known each other for a bit, but only on Twitter. This is our first time actually talking and getting to meet each other face-to-face. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, dude? Thank you for the invite. So Kirk FM, I'm pretty much the Rick Jones of comic internet. Like, you kind of recognize me from that thing or that other thing, and people just kind of call me whenever they need, like, that extra body. Hi. But you would know me from Danica, Comic Girl 18 channel from way back in the day, and I occasionally pop up in her Twitch streams, and at the Kirk FM on Twitter and YouTube and Twitch. And I just started my new Twitch channel. I'll probably even stream after this tonight. So I'm trying to get back into it, but mostly I'm also like a comic book journalist. So I am a contributor for the Eisner-nominated panelpatter.com. Mm-hmm. So that's where you'll see like interviews and comic reviews and stuff like that in written word, if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah, which is great to have someone representing the written word side of comic book YouTube, not just me and Thorgy, who are all videos. So that's nice to get.
I'm getting back into the videos. Like I'm like, we got to get back into this because this is easier than trying to sit down and edit. Let me tell you. It's just,
God.
Yeah.
But, and lastly, and certainly not leastly, we have Josh. You've seen him on the channel before. What's up, Josh?
How's it going? I'm Josh Johnson. I don't have anything as interesting as these guys going on.
Dude, I was making that all up. Are you kidding? You're fine.
Oh, no, I knew most of it was lies. I didn't want to call you out on it, though. I was Keeper of Secrets. That was my occupation. No, I've been on the show before. I guess I was a stand-up comic, I guess, still, kind of. I mostly just take care of my cat. Like, you've seen me on here. You probably seen one of my horrible jokes on Reddit or on Twitter, or heard my album. Like, if you're one of the fives of people that listen to my comedy album, fours of people. Then that's one off the list. I've also never played D&D before, but I have seen the movie, and I'm looking forward to being this group's Marlon Wayans. So I guess that it just means I'm super loud for no reason for about 90 minutes.
It also means that if you die in this, then we have to promise to come and save you and then never film a second episode.
Also, I am in whiteface, which is why Joel made this episode all audio. He told me it was a bad call, and now I just don't want to take the makeup off at this point. It was a lot of work.
He pitched it as white clerics. I'm like, okay.
I was like, I'm a white lighter, right? I'm a white lighter. You don't get to pick what kind of cat I am.
No, it's true, I don't. Hey, when we commission the art when this is all done, the commemorative art, because you're not a real D&D podcast unless someone draws your shit, I'll be sure to send that note along to whoever I get off Fiverr to do it for me.
Make sure that I'm a cat, and also make sure they paint me the same way that Leonardo painted that lady in Titanic. I want it to be erotic.
Nice.
Still would not be as creepy as the Cats trailer.
Yeah, not even close. Still gonna go see it.
That'll date this podcast.
This is good. We're already off to a rollicking start. I'm so happy about this.
There is going to be Dungeons and Dragons in this, right?
At some point, but people come for the interplay. People don't come for the gameplay. Let's face it. It's true of all your favorite D&D shows.
I personally
came for the game. Listening to this right now, you know it.
It's true.
I'm kind of drunk playing it.
Then we've already started then. So I will now read to everyone the intro to this adventure. I gave it to these guys before they started, but yeah. Your story begins in the sleepy little desert town of Oasis, so named because it has the only drinkable water for like hundreds of miles around. The town also lies on the border of two great empires. It sees many travelers coming and going, but never really staying for long. It's a Delta hub, you know. All of you adventurers have come here for your own reasons, but while in Oasis, you find yourself in need of money. In fact, I'm gonna say you've all got only about 20 gold on you apiece.
Oh, shit. I have money? This is already starting out better than my actual life.
I mean, it is a fantasy. Badum-tish. So yes, either in need of money or simply bored and seeking excitement, you've all decided to take a job for one Quint Cogswell, a gnomish inventor and something of a local celebrity in these parts. He invented an amazing new device for threshing wheat like 5 years ago, made a bunch of money, and retired out here into seclusion. He believes, though, that he finally has a brand new invention that will make him the pride of the town all over again, and, you know, the toast of the Fedalian Empire. Now, as we join the story, you are all one by one arriving outside Quint's home and workshop. It's a ramshackle building with all manner of scrap metal and junk outside. Even now, you can hear the sound of loud hammers hitting metal in the background. So, who shows up first to the door?
Are we rolling for initiative, or are we just really scared and like looking at each other going like, you knock?
Actually, hey, you know what we should do? This would actually be a really good way to parse this out. Let's go in alphabetical order again, and you could actually tell us a little about your character and what you're playing and what you look like, because that's good storytelling. That's good radio. So, Thorgy, you go first. You're up at the door first. You arrive first on the scene.
This will sound amazing when edited together.
Oh, yeah.
I am Corbin Hogdahl. I am an outlander. I live out in the middle of the woods with nothing but the animals out there.
You're a naturist.
Let's see. Yes, I'm a naturist, except I do wear clothes. But basically, I am the last survivor of a clan of people who were wiped out, and I just decided, screw it. So I then just moved into the woods, and now I basically just come into town just whenever I need supplies that I can't find out in the woods, and when I need money to buy those supplies, I just fight people for them, because that's my job.
Love it.
So, next up, I guess, is that all you need?
Pardon, yeah.
I'm going to ask that many times. Is that all you need? Is going to be the question. It comes up a lot.
It's a catchphrase. So yeah, you're hanging out there at the door right now. Do you want to do anything or try anything before anyone else shows up? Because you're the first one on the scene.
I feel like I would try and walk directly through the door.
The door is
not
locked.
knocking. Oh, then I would find a window or a rock to break it open.
There is indeed a window, but as you grab the rock...
Can we knock, though?
As you grab the rock and rear up, Kirk's character shows up.
So my character's name is Vorlin Krathlim. I don't know how I came up with that.
I like it.
Rocking a rogue level 1. I'm Dragonborn, also an Outlander. My alignment, I'm going with Chaotic Neutral, because fuck it. And let's see, I follow my shifting whims with little concern about rules or later consequences, which is just a really kind Shakespearean way of saying I don't care.
Classic rogue.
Yeah.
Also good, too, you being a Dragonborn. The Fedalian Empire that I mentioned before is actually a Dragonborn empire, so you're pretty good here, so you picked a good choice there.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
So yeah, you show up on the scene as this human guy is about to hurl a rock through the window.
It was a big rock.
My Vorlin's going to walk up and kind of stand back and go, well, let's see what happens.
All right, then. Do you throw that rock?
Yes, but not at the window. I throw it at the door.
You throw it at the door.
My character's just like really faint in the background, like, throw it.
So, all right, then. You throw that rock. You get a pretty good throw off it. Chips the paint a little bit, but it does not break. And after that, I would say Josh's character shows up on the scene just in enough time to see the rock splinter the door a little bit.
took out a dice in case we need to figure out how strong the rock is.
Okay,
so
cool.
I'm prepared.
Good.
First roll of the game, roll for strength if you like.
All right.
I've seen him rock bottom Kane, so I'll say the rock is pretty strong.
And so charming.
My character's name is Antwon Perkins. I am a level 1 cleric of the Tabaxi race. I am a hermit, pushed away by society at a young age, unloved by his family, shuttered by society, and, had to learn how to get by, on his own, turning tricks when he can.
A lot of drama.
Selling his body on the street, and eventually he was tired of the hurt and decided to start to heal. So he's a healer, and he's here to help the party and hopefully heal some old wounds of his own, psychological wounds. And he has a high wisdom count, which is weird because now he's joining this group of people who have just started throwing rocks at a house.
What you gonna do?
I am going to look out for the police. I'm gonna,
Smart.
Like, hey, cops coming! I'm warning everybody that cops are rolling by right now, or the town sheriff, or whoever's the law in this reality.
I would say in the town of Oasis, they don't really have guards so much as they have a tiny militia because it is like, this weird outpost at the border of two empires. No one really wants to step on each other's toes. So, you're pretty much good the way you're doing it right now. So
all right, cool. Can I also throw a rock? Is that also something I can do? Because I would also like to throw a rock because he's already thrown one.
We have taken Joel's plan so far off base right from the start.
This is the best part about D&D. I am happy you're doing this because then I get to DM it. So yeah, you can throw some rocks. You are more than
I want to throw another rock at the man's door.
Okay, there you go. Roll strength. We need to get some strength checks in here.
Okay.
How strong is this rock? That would be a D20.
Okay,
D20.
Okay, do I roll?
Who's ever thrown rocks can roll some strength.
All right, I got a 10.
Okay, that's a 10, and here, I'm actually looking at your thing. What actually is your strength?
16 plus 3.
Okay, plus 3, so that's a 13. So you chuck it pretty good. You get like a good whip on that thing there, and again, instead of just taking off some paint, you actually chip a little of the wood off it too. That was a decent throw.
Nice.
But so far, no sound from inside, no nothing. You just hear hammer hitting metal in the backyard.
Okay,
so it's not in the house.
So guys, I don't throw a rock.
Well, then you're not cool like the rest of us.
Vorlin
you don't get a T-shirt.
My character is just going, 2 fingers on the bridge of the nose, and kind of starts and just kind of shrugs and disappears and starts heading towards the back of the house where he hears the sounds.
All right, you come upon a fence. It's about 5 foot. Again, Quint is a gnome. That's all you know about him. So this would be a gigantic fence for a little guy like him. But you imagine you could probably hop this one.
Okay. I'm gonna try, even though I'm still level 1, and this is where comedy ensues when you try to do the simplest of things in D&D.
Naturally.
I try to hop the fence.
Okay, roll me a dex.
All right, we're doing what D is that?
That's a D20, and then you add your dex score to it.
All right, so here it is. 7. My dexterity is a 15, and also I have a +2 pumper.
So that's 7 plus 2, 7. Okay, so you get over it. Okay, you kind of put one leg over it, and you're kind of teetering on it for a second there because you didn't think it was that low to the ground. So you're just kind of rocking back and forth on your crotch. You don't look cool at all, but you eventually manage to make it to the other side after basically just humping your way off this fence. Luckily, it's just a little garden fence, so there's no pokers up into your junk or anything.
Okay, fantastic. I'm glad that my armor can still protect my junk to the extent of a fence.
So
I didn't want my first hill to be junk.
Yeah, really. Heal this man's testicles.
Yeah.
So you are now officially in the backyard.
Fantastic.
And it's covered with junk and scrap metal. This dude looks to be something of a hoarder on top of being an inventor.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to Quentin and I'm gonna introduce myself.
Okay, so I should say you don't see him in the backyard. You see
Don't see him yet?
You see another smaller, what looks to be like a shed, and you can hear the hammer clangs coming in from there. You can probably assume that that is his workshop on the other side of his home.
Okay, so Vorlin's just kind of look around. He hears the rocks being thrown against the house in the background.
Still.
He hears the hammering of the metal. He's starting to seriously contemplate what his life is. And he kind of screams out to the other two guys. Hey, morons! This way.
So what do you two do?
Yeah.
I am going to go into the backyard after hearing him call us up, and then I'm going to make my way towards... He's hammering something together, so he's like over like an anvil, like smithing, I'm assuming.
Again, you see a shed that you can only assume is his workshop. You don't actually see it yet.
Okay.
There's a door on the shed, but the door to the shed is open.
Okay. Then in that case, do I need to step over the fence too?
Yeah, my character's like, it's super easy, dude, don't worry.
Let's say yes. How do you get over this fence?
How do I get over it? I am going to Duke Phillips style just walk through it.
Alrighty then. I think that's a strength check. All right.
I got a 12.
Okay, 12. And what's your strength modifier?
Says 15, and there's also a +3. Which of those is? Okay.
You add the +3.
Okay.
Does he
That makes
Kool-Aid man
15.
his way through the fence?
He rushes it pretty good because he's like a big burly fighter. He does manage to like knock a couple of the posts out of the ground, but he does not actually go through it. But it is like tilted now to the point you could probably like combat crawl over it if you.
So I
Right.
stumble back up after I like fall. I don't Kool-Aid man. I Chris Farley through it.
There you
basically.
go.
Okay, there we go. Excellent.
So now you're in the backyard, and now I'm going to
Alright.
say it's going to be super easy for Antwon if Antwon wants to get over here now because the
You're
fence
welcome.
is really
I got that wisdom. That's why I'm going last.
So, again, if you're jumping over it, it's a dex roll. If you're also trying to walk through it, it's a strength roll. But no matter what you do, Josh, you get something special now because the fence has already been wrecked. You get to roll with advantage, which means you roll a d20 twice and you take the highest roll.
Okay. I will do that then.
Okay.
I will take that. I will use none of my lifelines. I will roll it once. And that roll gives me a 10. And then the next roll gives me an 8.
Okay. Are you walking through it or jumping over it?
I am walking through it.
Okay, you also try and walk through it. And, okay, what was your strength again? Because +3, so that's a 13 altogether.
Wait, so he's not gonna walk through the hole that I already like kind of pushed.
Yeah,
down?
that's what I thought I was gonna do.
No,
Like
you
the cat
are.
would.
You are, and because now it's already damaged, you are able to fully break on through to it now. There is now just a huge Catman-sized hole in the fence now, and you are
Nice.
all in the backyard.
Nice.
And you guys are doing this for money, assumedly, so don't let him see that.
No, we already fucked up his door. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now we're here.
All right, so now that you're all in the backyard, what do you do? Do you enter the workshop?
Guys, I think we should definitely enter the workshop.
Yes.
Okay.
I definitely check my new compatriots, making sure that there are no rocks in their hands.
I slowly.
Do I need to do
put
a check?
The rock down as I see him staring at me.
I quickly empty my pockets of several rocks and also my socks.
Well, there you go.
I do that thing where you take your foot and like put it on the thing you're trying to hide and just slide it behind me.
But you absolutely can do that with a sleight of hand check.
I had so many rocks on me. We were gonna stone this man.
You didn't see it coming. He wouldn't have.
Yeah.
He's a gnome too. He's tiny. You wouldn't need that many rocks, honestly, to stone him.
No.
The first horror-based D&D were just like home invaders, like the strangers.
Oh, this sounds fun.
There's a,
You're right. This is a good idea that I'm sure no one does.
There's a word for that. They're called murder hobos. It's a very common thing in D&D, actually.
I could have been a
okay.
murder hobo.
Yep,
That
that's
was an actual class? Oh.
I wish.
Did Rob Zombie direct that? What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's,
Why is that named that?
In there
That's his
about
new
selling
movie,
my
yeah.
body for tricks.
that's his new movie and album, Murder Hobo. So, okay, I take it you all walk into the workshop, and once you enter, you see a bunch of basically just half-whittled, half-built things. This dude, Quint, seems to be a hell of an absent-minded dude. You see a bunch of, like, hammers that have broken off, saws that have been sawed down into nothing. And way off in the corner, you can see him working at an anvil on his newest project, hammering away so loudly he couldn't hear you at the door or anything. Quint, he's a small, squat little dude, bit of a potbelly. He's kind of got like a blacksmith's apron on him. It's a little too big for him because he's a gnome, and he's got like steampunk goggles that are just covered in soot and sawdust and everything else. He still does not see you or hear you, by the way. He's just really into what he's making right now.
Okay. Confident that, not entirely confident that everyone still has no rocks in their hands. I kind of look at them, I kind of shrug, and I kind of lean over and I Sir, greetings. He kind of wave my hand.
He jumps a little bit, that he does hear, and he's like, "Oh, yes. You. Did you see my ad? Did you see? Are you the ones here to help me?"
I go, actually, we saw these guys crash through your fence, and we chased them out of here. We were concerned. But yes, I mean, we were here in time. We're the guys that you're looking for. You need us, obviously. I'm absolutely here for that thing, and not the hole.
The fence, that's the last thing I'm worried about right now. I tell you, I'm having a week right now. Please, everyone, sit down. I'll put the tea on. So he points you to some chairs there. They're small little gnome-sized chairs, and then he goes, digs around in some stuff, gets a kettle, and pours you some tea.
Mm-hmm. I definitely sit on the stool like Commander Riker from Next Generation.
Oh, nice. Tug it. Tug that shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You get a good solid tug there. You get a crit on your tug check.
Here we go.
But he sits you all down, and he says he pulls out some paperwork. He's kind of got like one of those like lectern things. He opens up, and you see these designs for this strange contraption that you've never quite seen before. And as he puts it out there, he starts to talk. He basically gives you the sales pitch. And he says, imagine, if you will, cargo and people that could be transported in hours instead of days. Imagine leaving the dangers of the open country behind, instead sailing through the air on a sky wagon. I got a grant from the Empire to build a prototype, and I was even able to hire 4 apprentices to help build it. Unfortunately, 2 days ago we had our first test flight, and my math was wrong, and the sky wagon ended up veering into goblin territory, and now both the craft and my 4 apprentices are missing.
I would say that man was not meant to fly or sit in tiny chairs, and I'm still standing in the corner. But I would then ask how much this pays, and who stole it, and who do I need to hit. I wasn't entirely paying attention. My character, not me.
My character's just chilling out and absorbing the information. Also standing up because cats go where they please. They don't just sit where you tell them to. I know that from experience.
Well, I've got at least...
God, there's a box in the corner.
Well, I've got at least 600 pieces of gold put together. I had to pawn my finest adamantite tools just to pay this fee. And, well, yes, I would be more than happy to give you that for the safe return of both the craft and my apprentices. And also not to put too fine a point on it on, what I was saying, but, the grant I took... Yeah, so about that grant, the general who gave it to me, I'm pretty damn sure he wanted to weaponize the sky wagon. And he's made it in no uncertain terms that if you don't get it back by the end of the week, he's going to come and kill me. And probably burn the whole town down. No pressure.
Kill the general. Got it.
Well, he won't be here for a week, so, if you could get it back in time, you probably won't have to deal with him. But, yeah. Also, too, the Scorchland Desert, which exists outside the town, you've probably seen it on your way in. It's home to all manner of horrible beasts and sandstorms. I mentioned before it went into goblin territory. They're a rather nasty group called the Sand Devil Tribe. known for having all manners of traps and improvised weapons. So, you know, you should probably go in there prepared for both the elements and for a fight.
Wait, let me get this straight. You're going to get murdered if we don't come back in a set amount of time.
I'm just saying to rush on this one. I'm just saying.
Okay. And you're talking about $600. You're talking about
all in favor of being paid up front.
Well, no, I'm saying, what if you give us like half of the money now because we're gonna make the trip? Know what I mean? But what if you're dead when we get back? You get what I'm saying? You people, what I'm getting at?
I mean,
and take it with you.
And that's 100 gold for each of us to start off with, so we can buy some better gear on our way out. Know what I mean?
That's a good line of thinking. He says, "I don't know if I can trust you." So roll. All right.
I mean, it's us or you're dead.
All right.
I'm definitely looking at who. Oh God, who's got the most charisma of our squad?
That's a good.
Not me.
Because yes, you'd have to roll a charisma check. Roll a persuasion check, I should say.
I have 14 plus 2.
Okay.
I have 8 negative 1.
Oh wow. And I have a 13 plus 1. So I'm definitely going to volunteer Josh as the persuasive cat to kind of work his feline charms.
I did sell my body for tricks at one point. That was a part of my backstory.
Mm-hmm. So you know how to deal people. You're in sales, so you can sell this.
Right?
I just kind
of
just lean over to Josh's character. I'm just like, I don't know, try purring or something.
So yeah, roll a d20 and then add your perception score to that and see if you can get this guy to pay you half of it up front.
Okay, so I have an 18 on my d20 roll, and then my perception is...
Or no, persuasion, not perception.
Persuasion. I see. 2.
2. All right. So yeah, you roll the d20, then you add the 2 to it.
Okay. So 20.
20.
Yes. I got the 18 on my d20, and it's a 2 on my persuasion.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so not a natural 20.
Okay, I should explain this. Rolling a 20 in D&D is the best thing you can possibly do. That's called a crit. Yes. If you roll a 20, you win everything, basically. That's the
Okay, I did not do that. I rolled an 18.
And that's called rolling a natural 20 when the dice actually hits a 20. What you got was an unnatural 20, which is still really goddamn good. And because of that, Quint begrudgingly goes, all right, you're right. I guess I can't use it when I'm dead. And look, he passes out 100 gold to each of you. It says, look, you're really going to have to put that to good use. For one, you're going to want to get camels from the slide-away stables, because horses will not cut it out in the desert, and quite frankly, I don't think you'll be able to cut it on foot either, so you're definitely going to want to invest in something like that.
Alright.
So I don't like your lack of faith in my walking skills.
To which he then points to his own tiny, stubby legs. Well, I'm just speaking from experience, honestly.
I trust his opinion on this. I don't want to walk across the desert. Camel seems like a great way to get through there. I don't know if everybody else in the group wants to. How many people could fit on a camel?
Good question. I would say 2 to a camel, and there's 3 of you.
2 to a camel? We could save some money if one of us buy. I'll buy a camel, and 2 of us can ride on one camel, and then we just buy a second camel. That way we're not buying 3 camels and wasting all our gold.
I was going to say, y'all got 120 apiece on you right now. And, well, actually, no, I won't even tell you how much camels cost, because let's role-play camel buying.
We're going to have to go to the camel dealership, you guys.
This camel, slaps camel, can fit so much water inside of it.
You don't even know. So I take it you want to head to the slide-away stables in town, then, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, okay. So definitely we count the gold pieces first.
Yeah, make sure it's all there.
We got it. It's all good there. And then let's go, Alfred. Let's go camel shopping.
It's all legit. It's all the real.
Wait, should I fix his fence before we leave? Because I have like that mending.
No. I just kind of like.
All right, cool. Let's fucking bail.
Legitimately, Josh, you actually could do that. Actually, that spell is very good for that.
Let's bail. He didn't pay me to be a fence mender.
The adventure just stops here, and they start playing that house building song from Red Dead Redemption 2.
In the ice cold rain, whenever build a little house together. Man, that's a fun sound. Whenever. Oh man, when I audio do this later, I should just put that in.
You guys go, I'll catch up. I'm gonna do some stuff around the house. He wants the gutters cleaned. He wants those hedges trimmed down. I'm trying to get this 50 bones.
We just have that montage of us building this, and then in the middle of the montage, I'm just picking up a rock again to take it to the front door, and you come like, no.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
I just repainted that.
He's learning. So all right. So you walk through the town of Oasis, which is a sleepy little dust-covered burg. Most of the buildings aren't even made out of wood out here. They kind of looks like Tatooine. They kind of got like that stone and granite thing going on for all the buildings, except for the stables, the slide-away stables in Oasis, which actually looks to be one of the nicer, more well-kept buildings in town. It's actually made of wood. You can tell that this guy who works here sees a lot of business, and there's a lot of merchants coming in and out, mostly merchants who came from Fidalia only to realize, crap, my horses died halfway here. I guess I'm going to need to trade up for a camel if I want to make it the rest of the way. So you actually have to wait in a bit of a line there before you can actually get to the front and see anybody.
Okay. Kurt, Aaron, you want to go first?
You know what? We kind of make some small talk. We're three adventurers. We're still trying to get to know each other. I feel like my character's already gleaned enough from the rock and wall moments in this quest to kind of have a pretty good idea of who I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
And I'm not better off than they are at this point.
Okay.
So so we're trying to kind of get our surroundings. We're trying to get our bearings. Have we advanced at all in this line, or do we need to get a fast pass?
Yeah, but you gotta get the app first. It's a whole big deal in the magic thing.
Okay.
No, but by this point, you do actually make it to the front. While sitting in line, though, you do see there's a series of posters all over town. Not quite wanted posters, but more like, Crime Stopper tip posters. Apparently, there's a group called the Devious Dudley Gang that is on the loose currently. They were supposed to be taken, to a work camp out by Oasis, but they killed the driver, escaped, and are still at large. Most people assume, according to the poster, that they probably just died, because of the elements and everything, but, be on the lookout for that sort of thing.
Okay.
If that side quest content interests you.
I was just going to say, I'm like, save point, got it.
I was like, is that related to this camel dealership? Can we leverage that in a way to get these camels at a cheaper price?
You'll see. So you get to the front there, and you see the man running the operation is actually fairly well dressed. He's got some brown and gray dress robes and everything. He's got a nice fresh haircut. He's a halfling actually, so he's taller than the gnome you just met, but still about 5'0" and everything. And he notices right away that you guys aren't from around here, so clearly he knows everyone in town pretty well. And he says, "Greeting strangers, ain't from around here. I'm Starkey. This is my stables, the Slideaway stables. What can I do you for, everyone?"
I got this. Cut the BS, man. We're here to buy some camels, all right? I don't want any of your fancy APR anything. I don't want any front-loaded deals. I want these camels straight up. What you got for me? Show me and my boys your goods.
Now, sir, no need for that. I'm a straight shooter. Starkey's the straightest shooter in town. He then spits on the floor and rustles his junk a little bit, as he is wont to do. All right, let me take you to the show floor, everyone. So he takes you out to basically the camel stables, where there's about 5 all set up right now. It's like, so this is what we got in stock right now. These are priced to move, naturally. Caravanners coming in all the time, not thinking what the desert would do to their horses. So yeah, this is what we got right now.
Okay, all right.
While he's negotiating, I'm definitely walking around, checking the camels out, kicking the hooves.
There you go.
Yeah.
They seem pretty healthy. They seem pretty good. He actually does seem to have a decent stock. Yeah, he might act like a like a lame used car salesman, but no, his animals seem to actually be of high quality.
Okay.
And check the knees. Check the knees on.
Checking the knees.
Right.
Yeah, looking good.
How much you want? How much you want per cami?
Per cami? Well, as it stands right now, and as I said, it's a seller's market. It's about 200 a camel, as it
Two
stands.
hundo a cami? No. What can we do? What can we do to get this price down a little bit? Work with me today.
Well, you know what? You seem like nice people, and more importantly than that, you seem like out-of-towners, which is actually pretty good for what I need right now. You boys play cards at all?
I mean, you talking about gambling, Starkey?
Pardon, I'm talking about gambling, sir. You knew exactly what I meant, sir. You are an intelligent gentleman, and I respect that deeply about you. I'm talking about gambling.
I need to talk to the boys.
Well, all right then.
What do you guys think?
What do you guys think? What kind of games? See, I'm looking at like her stats, and I don't see anything that says smarter than a used car salesman. Unfortunately.
We talking CarMax level car salesman?
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're talking about here. I think one way or the other we're going to depart with camels and no cash. So I figure, what the heck? I think we should gamble.
Gamble for it. What do you think, Aaron?
What does he want us to gamble? Okay, taking into care.
You didn't ask, yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
I feel like we should ask him that first.
Yeah.
What's the game?
What are the stakes?
Oh, well, you misunderstand. I love to gamble, but unfortunately I have been unable to go to my favorite establishment recently because of a problem with another patron. You ever hear of a bounty hunter by the name of Razgar, half-orc feller? Claims to be a big deal back in the day, but mostly I just see him drink. Says he's in town to catch that Dudley gang. I lost a fair amount of money off this feller, and well, I'd like you to go even the odds for him and get my money back. I'm into him for about 400, but if you were to, I don't know, make my problem go away, I figure I could very easily part with 2 camels for your excursion.
Oh, you talking murder? Oh, we can do
No,
that, right, guys?
Nothing like that. This fella robbed me at the table. I'm just asking you to rob him back.
Murder would be so much simpler.
Yeah, I mean, as they're negotiating, I'm still scanning for this guy's picture on the wall because I'm trying to glean like anything I can about who this person is that he's just wanting us to wantingly, indiscriminately murder, and even the score.
We are talking murder, yes?
No, I wouldn't ask you to do something like that. Just get back my 400 gold. He's still at the table. He's been there for 3 days, from what I understand. He's probably pretty drunk and pretty easy to rob right now, but he is a tough customer, too, and I mean, just look at me. I wouldn't be able to make nothing happen if I did, but there's 3 of you, 1 of him. Even if he's a pretty tough guy, you could probably intimidate him.
My character just nods his head repeatedly, but keeps winking at him the entire time. Right.
Can I pull the guys aside from you and let's have a powwow?
Yep, sidebar.
Yeah, a little quick sidebar. I mean, because we could like murder this guy and take his 400 gold, come back here and murder this camel's owner and take the camels and his gold.
You are 1 step ahead of me. Yes.
I'm just saying.
These camels are not worth 200. I know a thing or two about animals. That's the only stat I have that's worth anything. It's just not $200 camels.
You know what they are worth? Starkey's life. They are worth Starkey's life.
Why does he even talk like that? Like, I've never met a halfling that talks like that.
He's from an interesting part of the world.
My character actually looks down at his character sheet really quickly and realizes that he is chaotic neutral and is going along with this.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
cool. I'm liking this. I'm liking where this is going. Starkey might not like where this goes, but
Starkey ain't a character here. He's fine. Don't worry about him later.
Keep in mind, like I said, as one of the nicer buildings
in
in town, there actually are 2 armed guards at the front of Starkey's stable, where there are almost nowhere else. So there are guards to contend with.
All right, let's cut this plan in half.
The guards?
Who's watching those watchmen?
Exactly, the watchmen.
All right, let's cut this plan in half and just go kill this guy who has Starkey's money. Bring Starkey back half of his money, because the other murder ain't cheap and it ain't free.
I didn't say murder, he says. I just said get my money back. But you know,
yeah, we get it, Starkey. We get it. Wink.
This does not involve you, Starkey.
Antwon winks at Starkey. We get it, dude. We get it. Your hands are clean.
All right, fair enough. I'm just saying, I just want my money back. Sell some camels, you know.
Hey, he's gonna come back for it if we don't take care of it. So I don't get how we keep him away
good.
from you if we don't finish the problem.
Just don't tell him I'm involved. That's why I'm recruiting strangers to do this. If I went and got my money back, he'd know it was me. And he'd kick
He's just
my
gonna
ass.
expect some strangers to come and get the exact amount of money that he has off of you back for you, and he's not gonna put that together. If we
You know what? He
him,
raises a
get
good
out of
point.
here.
We should really take more money from him.
Well, I was going to say, there's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of money at the table. He's been gambling there for about 3 days. Man's a real serious addict.
I mean, but
tell
we
ya.
can't get him at the table without raising suspicion, yeah?
Pardon?
Like, that's in front of everybody.
Well,
We have to
what
wait
if
for
we
him to leave
steal
the table.
the table?
Well, you won't know till you go to the Morning Glory Tavern and find out.
Man, we're talking about robbing somebody.
I feel like Stargaze is trying to get rid of us now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now you boys going to buy some wigs, or aren't you? I mean,
So,
camels.
I spent my last 200 gold on this Al Gore doll.
Now this is what I call D&D.
All right, so I mean, like, all right, so robbing this guy, there's a lot of things to take into an account, like
Okay.
just the overall layout of what the place is going to be like. So we could just pay him the money for the camels, or we could go through the complicated process of
Right.
like robbing this guy. But that takes
So-
planning, yes.
I feel like there's a lot of bloodlust in this group.
And I love it.
Yeah. So, I kind of like look at one of the people, like I'm just kind of whispering, like, hey, so the Morning Glory Tavern, like, where would we be looking?
Well, that would be
Like,
right
so-
down the street, across from Wonderwall Provisions. Yeah. See,
I'm not even going to address it. So I kind of look at my crew and like, hey, so are we in the murder business? I mean, evening the score business? Wink.
Wink.
Are
I'm down.
we doing this?
Yes. I mean, no. Wink.
No.
Wink.
And I think we kind of all wait to see who's going to take the lead, but start heading towards the Morning Glory
there
Tavern.
you go. All right, so as you get
Yeah.
there,
The entire way.
So as you get there, it's a little after lunchtime, after your walk and everything. It's a dusty little tavern there, little what is it? Little veranda outside if you want to drink outside, but why would you want to? Because it's the desert and it's hot as hell. The place itself is very fastidiously put together. You get the feeling the owner might have a little bit of OCD, but that he doesn't dust very much.
Interesting.
Huh.
But there's a few stragglers sitting around there. There's a bubbling pot on the far end there of curry soup. You know, you got a couple barflies there nursing their drinks and everything.
Okay. Kind of scanning the tavern
Should we go check out the bar?
and looking for our guy.
No one seems to be playing cards right now, at least in the front part of the bar. There is
This is
also
a crappy casino.
a little
Yeah.
bit. Well, it's a tavern, and I was going to say there seems to be a beaded curtain behind the barman. Those are the
Okay.
Can we walk up to the barman and ask him for information?
Is that where all the dirty scrolls are kept back there?
Yeah.
Tish. You're more than welcome to, Antwon. What would you like to say to this barman?
I want to throw him a 5-piece of gold and ask if he's seen our man.
Oh, well, thank you so much there. Much appreciated. And do you remember the name of the guy you're looking for?
Rhaegar Targaryen? I don't remember.
It did start with an R. It was Razgar. It was like, oh, what you want with Razgar? He's been drinking for 3 days straight and gambling. If you're friends of his, I would really, really not want to deal with him right now. But if you are friends, can you get him the hell out of here? He's really bringing down the mood.
I'll throw
Get him
another
out of here.
5-piece
Wink.
on the bar, and then we head to the back.
All right, you head to the
All
back,
right.
and it is a sad scene there. It smells like it basically smells like the fantasy version of a dude's locker room there. Just a lot of mildew and humidity. You see a big round table, which looks like it could have been a wagon wheel at some point. There's several humans there slumped over on the table, just piss drunk. In some cases, actually having pissed themselves. You see Razgar almost certainly, because he is a huge built half-orc dude in studded leather armor. He is not drinking from a glass like everyone else at the table. He's drinking from a bucket. He's got a bucket of mead that he is just downing, and he is being very loud and very obnoxious. Raw, more mead! gamble more, but his patrons and the people he's been gambling with have clearly just fallen asleep, and they're just too drunk. This is like the tail end of a bender when it's gotten very, very sad, but Razgar has not gotten the memo yet that it's time to go home. On the table in front of him, though, you see a couple very interesting things. You see the cards, naturally. Looks like they were playing blackjack. You also see a big pile of what looks to be about 500 gold pieces, some silver pieces, some watches, some jewelry, the whole thing, all wrapped up in more wanted posters. You get the feeling if Razgar was a bounty hunter, he came here to hunt this gang, but is now just drinking and gambling himself away. So what do you do?
I'm going to approach the table, and I'm going to sit down next to him.
All right.
And I'm going to lean in. I'm going to say, we've been sent by Stokey the camel vendor. What was his name again?
Starkey.
Starkey. I was close, yes. We've been sent by Starkey the camel vendor to murder, wink, you, wink.
Razgar laughs uproariously. Good joke, funny man. You come gamble with Razgar? He's fucking pissed right now himself. His eyes are bloodshot. He's a little wobbly there. He takes another hit off his bucket. He does not believe you.
How good is my character with their weapon?
Let me bring up your sheet here and I will see.
I have a mace and a crossbow with a +4 and a +5 and +4 respectively.
Right. Well, I mean, you could probably hit if you tried once you initiate combat. We're not technically in combat yet. Everyone's still just talking and shooting the shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
is a very important definer on that.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to go point blank behind his head and just do this and let's get out of here.
I mean, you could try, but once you do, you're officially in combat, and then I gotta fuck around with initiatives.
I'm not gonna force combat on these guys, but I'm just saying before people learn our faces in here, that we have to take care of the whole room.
Well, again, everyone else at the table is either piss drunk or asleep or barely even sitting up there. So it is not a lively group there. The only person who can even lift their head seems to be Razgar right now, and even then, he's like multiple sheets to the wind.
Okay.
I've got an idea.
Okay.
Got an idea. I am going to challenge Razgar to a drinking contest.
Ooh. I like that. Funny man think he could outdrink me. No one outdrink Razgar. Him drunkest there is. More mead, he shouts. And then Noel, the dwarven bartender who you talked to earlier, he brings in 2 more buckets for Razgar, puts them down. He's like, oh, I hope you're good for this. And then he leaves. So yeah, there's now 2 big buckets of mead in front of you right now.
Hey, I'm gonna sit back and watch the show.
Yeah.
Merc's still on the table, you guys. Just throwing it out there. It's just Antwon helping out.
There you go. All right, so now this is going to be interesting for me. Roll me an endurance check.
Endurance is what dice?
It's a D20, but then you add your endurance to it.
Where the hell is my endurance?
Yeah, well, where the hell is your endurance, I say, looking at your sheet?
There's so many boxes. It's like
know.
filling out your taxes.
It really is. And again, like, I play a bunch, and even I don't fucking know where shit is sometimes.
By the way, $1 million idea. TurboTax for D&D.
Ooh.
Like, just go in there, say, I want to be this, and he goes, here's your chart.
Yeah.
Everything filled in
with
there.
that.
All right. Endurance.
Or is it Constitution? Am I thinking of a completely other system?
Let's do Constitution on
Constitution? Okay.
Okay, what is your Constitution?
Oh, my Constitution is +2. It's +2.
Okay,
I'm not ruling out anything right now.
Okay, so when you do, add a 2 to it.
Cool. I'm going to roll that again because I don't know what's a 9 and what's a 6 on this.
Fair enough.
What's the... Okay.
I will allow it.
It's whatever the other one was. It's... Okay. All right, there. It's an 8.
Okay, you got an 8.
Okay.
What did Razgar get?
Oh, that was 6 again.
Razgar got a 14, so he's down in his pretty hard. You're chug-a-lugging. You cough up a little bit. You don't
Open your throat, dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't totally embarrass yourself, but Razgar's like, cannot handle me. Wanna go again? So,
I say yes.
alrighty then. So roll again, and I will roll again and see if you can beat it.
I have had crappy rolls this whole night.
That's happens.
That one, 15. There we go.
Ooh, nice.
All right.
Razgar, rolls slightly higher than you at a 16. So you got your sea legs now for drinking.
Wait, but don't I get +2?
Oh yeah, that's right. So that's all that to get.
So I actually beat him.
Okay, so here's the thing. All right, well, this changes shit. So you got your sea legs after that first drink. You took Antwon's advice and opened your throat for it.
There you
I
go.
turned my baseball cap backwards.
I
Yeah,
turned
like a
tricks
switch.
before this.
Goes over the top.
So you just kill that motherfucker, and Razgar, feeling that his his orc masculinity is being challenged, he goes with both hands on the thing, and you know what? Overextends himself is what he does. And that's the final bit that puts him over the top. He just cracks head down on the table, completely out. You beat him in the drinking contest.
Okay. I'm now going to take my hand axe and chop his head off.
Thank you. I was going to do that. If you didn't do that, I was totally going to kill him before we left.
I'm sorry, but my character, as chaotic neutral as he is going, wait, guys, just take the money.
He's going to come back for us.
He didn't die from alcohol poisoning, man. He's going to remember our drunken faces.
We've got to take care of him, dude.
Or maybe not.
Maybe we don't need this problem.
He's an orc racist. Maybe he thinks all humanoid people look alike. I don't know.
There you go.
But I'm not going to rely on prejudices to carry me through on this one.
I personally am.
Out of sheer concern, I start grabbing the what's left of the half drinks from everyone that's already drunk, and I just start pouring those drinks together and going, all right. And I start drinking what's left of the unfinished drinks on the bar, just out of sheer concern of what we're about to do.
Oh, I've got it. Make it look like an accident. Let's get all the drinks together and make him drink them.
If that's what you want to do.
Force it down his throat.
Yeah, pour it down his throat.
Leave some pills. Make it a Marilyn Monroe situation.
Also, take the money that's on the table right now.
Everybody's money. We can start this quest out like bandits.
I'm starting to scratch. I'm scrambling to get the money. I'm like,
there you go.
It's like, guys, let's not get any blood on this. Let's just get this
Can
money.
we kill the unconscious people in the room?
It just occurred to me, I never put stakes on this thing, so I didn't tell him what I was drinking for. So I earned the right to choose a prize after I win.
You could probably argue that to him when he sobers up. If he sobers up, they're making it sound like this
He
dude's
won't
just
make
a
it.
total
No, but I'm
degenerate.
still going to murder him.
He won't wake up. He's not. This is over for him.
Gonna end this man's whole career tonight.
Listen,
Yeah, it's done.
listen, the Dastardly Dudley gang, or whatever their names were,
Yeah.
they're coming back for revenge. And that was all just a big hit from them.
I mean, he was looking for them, so if that's what you want to argue, say they did it.
The Dudley gang's in there too, yeah, so we can take out both of them.
Listen, the Dover boys are going to make sure that this gets handled.
Yeah,
So-
we're the new scourge of this town.
All right,
They did not know.
hell of
what
a way to make a reputation, guys.
All right.
Yeah, welcome to Helltown.
All right, so what do you do?
I don't know. I think I've been drinking too much.
Okay.
You're a little sloshed. You're not taking disadvantages yet, but a few more drinks might do it.
If I try
personally wanna get
and
this-
take my hand axe and chop his head off now, would I have to roll for dexterity or something to make sure that I actually hit him? That's how drunk I am.
Okay, so he's passed out, which I'm gonna guess in the rules says he's prone. And normally when someone is prone or but he's not near death though.
I
Right.
would like to roll to put my mace into the back of his head.
Okay, here's the thing. If you do want to roll an attack against him, you roll with advantage because he's fucking passed out. He's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. I would like to do that.
Yes, me too.
All right, what do I roll?
Okay, you roll a d20, and then you add your attack bonus to it to see if you hit, and then you also add your damage once you do that. So roll your weapon to see if it hits, and then we'll worry about damage after that.
Okay, so my weapon is a 1d6. Then that's this guy.
That's for
3.
damage.
Okay, wait.
You got to roll a d20 and add your attack bonus to see if you hit before you even do damage.
Okay. That rolled so far away. Hold on. That
So
is
I have
12.
and I have a 13.
Okay. I'm going to say that's going to hit. Well, actually, no, it does hit because it's actually more than his armor class. So both of those attacks hit. Now roll your damage for it. And for, what is it? For a Hogdoll, that would be 1d6 plus 5.
Okay.
4.
Okay, plus 5.
And mine will be 1d6
9.
plus 3.
Okay, 1d6 plus 3, yeah, when you put that together. So you gotta roll 1d6 and then add.
Okay, so I am at 7.
7, so what was that together? You got 7 altogether?
Mine was 9.
9, okay, now this is the part where I have to fucking do math. Okay, so here's the thing about Razgar. You find out you both rear up with your weapons. Aaron, you with your axe. Antwon with your mace, and you smack the shit out of Razgar in the back of his head as he's there, unable to defend himself. Here's the thing you find out about Razgar, though. Razgar is a tough motherfucker, so even though he's bleeding right now, and even though he's drunk, he's still like, after you hit him twice. So he's still very much alive after
another blow. Another blow.
Okay.
I really want to tell it to Mr. Ripley, this guy.
Okay, so you gotta roll again for that shit to see if it hits. But again, you can roll twice and take the highest number, because he ain't going nowhere.
So we rolled the D6 first?
No, that's the damage. You roll the D20 first and then add to it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was holding
Out of
the
sheer
D6
concern,
when it's
I have pulled my dagger out at this point.
Okay.
This would be a lot easier if we had 3 people
By the way, my
doing it,
character
you know
is just
that, right?
watching in shock.
Get your hands bloody. Nope, nobody's clean here. We're all going down for this if we get caught.
I got 10.
10. Okay, you
I also
actually
got 10.
in your bloodlust, you miss and hit the table because his armor class is actually 11. So somehow you're unable to hit an unconscious drunk man.
Wait, doesn't that get combined with strength or whatever it is, or is that just by itself?
Well, no, is that what you said altogether? You're supposed to be adding the numbers. It's you get your D20 roll, then you add your weapon proficiency.
All right, I got a 16.
Okay, then that.
Okay, you gotta explain this to me again. Okay, so I just rolled and a 10 came up.
Okay. Yep.
10. So do I combine that with strength? Do I combine that with anything, or do I now combine?
For you, for that, you get a +5. You get a +5 attack bonus. So that's actually a 15.
Oh.
So yes.
Oh, okay,
super
sweet.
hit.
Okay.
So yeah, you both actually super hit him. Now you get to roll damage if you're so interested.
Cool. 2 plus 5, so 7.
Okay, that's a 7. So
Okay.
oh yeah, he's feeling that. He's got a big nasty gash in his head now. And you, Josh, you had some damage too?
Yeah, I had... Wait, I got the 16 on the D20 roll.
Right, that means you hit him.
Alright, and then on the D6 roll, I got a 1.
Okay,
plus my... What, plus 5 to that? So 6?
Well, no, for him, everyone's stats are different depending on what weapon you use, and yours is...
Yeah.
I'm going to laugh if yours is actually a 5, too. No, yours is a 3. Yours is a +3, so that's 1 plus 3.
Plus 3. Okay, 4.
Okay, so he is very bloodied and beaten now and looks like he's on his last legs, but now he's a little pissed off now. This has, managed to raise him from his drunken stupor, and now he actually stands up a little bit. Why did you do that to Razgar? And he reaches under the table, and you pull out and see he actually had a mace of his own, too. And this is like a gnarled, twisted piece of metal. This thing looks freaking nasty.
I mean, but his head's kind of caved in now, right? So he should be good for another hit.
His head is super caved in, but we'll call this a reaction. He gets a reaction hit on one of you, and he's going to swing at the guy who beat him in the drinking contest. Let's see if he can actually hit you with this one. So that would be a... so he gets an 18 to hit. Ooh. So he's definitely hitting you, because that's higher than your armor class, Aaron. Your armor class is only 14. So he definitely lands a hit. But how much damage does he actually get to do? That would be so many freaking numbers. You can tell this is my first time with this. I got so many sheets.
I don't know where any of this stuff is.
Okay, because he too has a mace. He's going to swing at you wildly with this mace, and he is going to hit you for at least 4.
Okay.
So again, he would have been stronger, but again, he's basically brain damaged now and all hurt. So he swings wildly and basically gets like the front part of your shirt for a little bit. So that's
can I bash his head in now? Can I finish him off?
We'll say it's your turns now, and yeah, you can hit him high, hit him low.
I got plus the 5 you said it was? Yeah, there it is. Plus 5. Okay. That makes 18.
Oh, that's definitely a hit.
And I have a 12 plus the 5 would make it 17, right? Or is it plus 3? Plus 3?
Yeah, plus 3 for you.
would be 15.
Oh yeah, so you guys totally hit the shit out of him. I'm gonna say, what is it? Your axe gets him like right in the shoulder blade. I'm gonna say your mace gets him right in the stomach fat there. So yeah, roll damage and let's see how messed up this guy is.
4 plus 5, that's another 9.
That's another 9 points of damage. Oh, he only had 9 hit points left, so he gurgles his fucking last as soon as that hits him like in the trachea.
I let you hit me on purpose to get you in close.
Yep.
Oh man, I hope we're as bloody as when they killed Phil Lamar in Pulp Fiction right now.
Yeah.
This was a lot of hit.
After all of this, my character is just like, and I just run up and just give him a quick kick in the knee.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
You just slowly slide your dagger back into the sheath.
Yeah, just
You
like,
coward.
He's super done. Razgar falls to the ground, crumpled and dead right there, just oozing some blood on the floor, but oh yeah, he's quite finished.
Okay. Good job, guys. Good job. You did a great job.
Alright, so we're gonna take the money now, right?
Yes.
Alright.
And to take the money of everybody that's sleeping?
All their money is together there in a pile. There's also, like, some pocket watches and some rings and shit in there, too.
I'm also gonna take one of those wagon wheel tables, because I think it looks kind of cool.
Oh, that is cool. That would look real nice in the kitchen.
It's
Yeah.
going to be hard to roll that out, though, past everyone.
It's a wheel. It rolls.
How much was on the table?
Like 500 altogether.
And how much did we need to get back to our little dude? Our camel guy.
400 to a camel, so, you know.
So, I only saw $400 on the table, guys.
I didn't see anything more than that. And all that other stuff is worth money, too. Yeah, the pocket watches and the jewelry.
Yeah, are we counting that towards the 500?
Yeah, we'll say that also is counted.
All right, let's hit a pawn shop before we leave town and head across the desert. Let's get this stuff exchanged for money. Like, I want to leave with fat pockets.
So I roll my table out there with a new watch on my arm.
You
we're
actually saw
pawning that table.
Now, Antoine, you actually saw that there was indeed a pawn shop across the street, Wonderwall Provisions.
Take it from me. I used to sell my body for tricks. We can go over to this pawn shop, get a quick couple of bucks, and that's going to help us on food and stuff for the journey, because I'm guessing that's going to be a part of this, yeah?
Right.
Hungry and thirsty.
Absolutely.
So
It turns out your
And if
dark
we get
origin...
desperate, I'm selling your body, dude.
Yeah, there you go.
It turns out
to
your
learn how
dark
to
origin
survive.
was you used to just sell clumps of your hair in exchange for children's cereal.
Yeah, mostly that. If they were into it, it was a little extra, but mostly just sex.
Okay. Well, no
All right.
judgment here.
You know, no judgment here. We're all trying to get a fresh start on a new adventure.
This is a progressive frontier that we're in, guys.
Very much
This
so.
is for film school. I'm saving it for film school.
I have seen things out there in the wild, and this grosses me out.
All right, so you guys leave out the front door, and as you do, Noel, the bartender's like, "Oh, is Resgal gonna be a problem again, or is he
I gave
finally
him
passed
him
out?"
5 to shut up.
Oh, well,
Like,
that's
I gave him
good.
that extra 5 to keep his mouth closed about what we were doing.
No, we just lie. We just,
I turn to him and I say, "Not anymore." Wink, and I say, "Wink" out loud.
He's bloody good at cards.
Oh, that's good. That
Drink
guy
it.
causing so much trouble.
He quit while he was ahead.
We
finally
bashed his
pulled
head
it.
in.
Roll
We
deception.
murdered him
We killed him.
and robbed everyone.
You could
back
say
there.
he's dead drunk.
Yeah. Oh.
You could say, "I cut him with an axe."
We took
Wink.
turns murdering him. We should get out of here. We should get out of here,
Yeah,
you guys.
But I had so many more.
As you leave, the bartender's like, "Oh, I ever heard those expressions before."
He had a death to catch.
But he just takes you at your word as you leave.
Will our would-be heroes ever get their camels? Will anyone else need to die? And what fresh new horrors exist in the Scorchlands? Find out in the next thrilling installment of Capes and Quests.